Hi, everybody. So today I'm going to try a little bit of a question answer. I had a friend approach me this week about a struggle she's having in her life right now. She and her partner of about 2 years are having a difficult time. She's noticing that he is starting to pull away or withdraw from the relationship. And that's felt obviously very destabilizing for her and scary and kind of threatening, and not threatening in a dangerous way, but threatening to her heart. And so, she approached me because she doesn't really think it's about her. He's had some struggles in the last 6 months, personally and professionally, and is just not feeling great about himself. And as we all know, we've all been there, either by ourselves or with our loved ones, and it can be such a challenging place to be. So anyway, she was just wanting to know what she could do. She basically didn't want to be part of the problem and push him away even further. And so I thought that was, first of all, a really great question and a very proactive stance to take. And I was grateful that she asked me, because I have a lot of experience with this. I have a long history of being, when I get fearful about the status of a relationship, the stability of a relationship, I have, gotten clingy and graspy and controlling in terms of, trying to make them listen to me or do what I tell them to do, or, wanting to kind of put them in a cage and force them around so that I felt better. And that's it feels so crappy. It feels so crappy for, the person that's acting out of fear. And it really feels crappy for the person who's already struggling and not really knowing what to do. And on top of that is then feeling kind of controlled by their loved one, who they know might be doing it with good intentions, but it still doesn't feel good. And so I really appreciated her asking, because I, have a lot of experience in that department. So, what I shared with her was that, first of all, to be really clear so that the other person knows where you stand, in terms of your feelings for them, and how you want to be viewed as a supporting character in their story at the moment. And so, for me, it would be about letting them know I love them, that I'm not disappearing on them, that I don't have any problems with feeling like they're worthy, of me or the relationship, and speaking hope to them, which is something that a really wonderful angel on earth told me one time when I was struggling with, when my brothers were having a hard time and I was struggling with knowing how to be supportive. And she just told me, they already feel enough like crap. We are always our own worst critic. So the stories we're telling ourselves about who we are and all of the problems we need to fix about ourselves are always the worst. We don't need any additional information to add to that from the outside world. And we get it anyway, because people are naturally judgmental. So if you want to actually be supportive, then just let them know, speak hope to them, that you believe in them, that you love them, and that no matter what happens with the relationship or the circumstances in their life, that they'll come around, and that they will, they'll figure it out on their own. And if they need you, you'll be there. So, I shared with her that was the first thing I would do. And the second thing I would do is just begin to turn that focus around, because when we're struggling and we're in fear, especially if we're kind of an overfunctioner and we want to control everything when we're scared, you got to turn the focus away from everything that's external and turn it internal, to what you absolutely can control. The only thing you get to control in this life is your own experience, how you experience things and how you react to them. So your behavior. So my goal is to do my best. I mean, I'm not always great at it, but my goal is to always try and operate from a place of love, or something on the spectrum of love, rather than fear, or something on the spectrum of fear. So if I'm feeling fearful, then it's my job to get away from the person or the situation, try to get as calm and grounded and peaceful as possible, and listen to my intuition for guidance. So, we talked about making a list of things that brings her joy, or at least brings her peace in a sense of like groundedness, and just kind of brings her back to herself. And spending more time doing that, trying to be the love for herself that she wants him to be for her. And so, that's the hardest part. It feels like you're not doing anything, but actually it's the best thing you can do. And speaking from someone who's made a tremendous amount of mistakes around that in every kind of relationship in my life, I urge you to give it a shot, because if this is something you struggle with, then I can tell you that every time that I've taken the focus off the other person and turned it onto me and what I need to do to take care of myself, I have found such a stronger sense of empowerment and so much more peace internally. And so I just wanted to share the story with you in the hopes that if there's somebody else out there who struggles with this, like she and I, have, that maybe you'll get something out of this. And if you have another strategy that you use, feel free to share it. If you'd like to share your story, feel free to share it. This is what helps people, is to know they're not alone. There's not something wrong with them. It helps us all to be more vulnerable and courageous. So thanks for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful day.